Jar Jar. It's not that I don't hate Jar Jar Binks.
Okay.
I just don't hate the other three. There is enough good things in the first or in the 3 prequel episodes of Star Wars that it's good. Good enough.
I don't know.
I don't think it's good.
I'm-
I mean, it serves its purpose as a backstory, but it's not good.
Darth Maul in the first one.
Look,
There's enough saving graces in those movies that I can watch them.
Right, but they kept Darth Maul he's like the quickest like character to be killed off.
I know, no, and that
and it's
sucks.
like the coolest. They're like, this is the one you should have,
Right.
and they're like,
It-
no, we'll have Jar Jar Binks in like
It's-
every episode, and he's worthless as shit.
It's like if you were starving and you just took a shit and you picked out the pieces of corn from the shit to eat.
That's not
Like that's okay. It's I mean I can eat that.
No, it's
It's still shit.
is that something for Josh? Put something in your mouth. Dave Wenkel on the podcast. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Be spoiler alert. Darth Maul made an appearance on Solo that left us all scratching our heads.
Yeah, I had to do some research.
Yeah.
And pretend to be a super Star Wars nerd instead of just a kind of Star Wars nerd.
See, I am not any of those. Like, I'm not even a kind of one. I just like them because they're good to watch. But I don't like. And people be like, "Oh, did you know this?" And I'm like, "No, I sure didn't."
Yeah. Well,
Well, wait a
I'm the
minute.
same way.
What's the difference? Because I enjoy watching Star Wars,
Right?
but I don't read the books.
Yeah.
I don't do I don't fucking know how to speak Chewbacca language. I don't know how to fucking.
He only says one fucking thing. What kind of language?
Han Solo knows what he's talking about.
Okay,
Clearly,
that doesn't. It's not Klingon. There's no language. It's just one fucking word, and I don't know. Maybe there's inflection that changes the meaning
I don't
or something. But
do you like buy shit that's really expensive to have it because it's Star Wars?
nope.
No.
Then yeah, I think you're not.
You do, don't you have a Death Star ice cube?
Maybe, but I didn't buy that.
Right.
Somebody gave it to me.
Okay,
I have
so
some
it's
Star Wars shit that just people gave to me, and I mean, I love the fuck out of some Star Wars, dude. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pass them up when they're on. Like if you're scrolling through and you're like, oh yeah, I guess we're watching Return of the Jedi today. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but see, I don't know. Well, and
I'll
say
do that. But he'll stop. He'll fucking watch Phantom Menace on TNT if it's on,
yeah,
and that's terrible.
Which just the race scene?
just,
Just the one race where he's trying to beat that fucking weird.
that
thing.
could have been a cool scene if it wasn't so kiddied up.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
man, that kid fucking ruined
Terrible.
that movie. The
Yeah.
kid was
Terrible.
terrible.
It's like Anakin. Is it Hayden Christensen who played him? Like he
in the second two, in the second two.
It was that was
second to it is Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people give him shit, but I've seen him in other movies before, and he actually did a really good job. But you put him in Star Wars, like Natalie Portman fucking sucked in the Star Wars movies too, and she's a really good actress. So is
you put her in
Liam.
V for Vendetta, and she's awesome.
Yeah,
Right. Actually, like that would have been the one or the two saving graces for episode 1. Liam Neeson. Actually, I thought was okay in it, and I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of Ewan McGregor too.
Right.
I'm sharing this too. The SmittyDicks page
And
says.
it did have a couple of good lightsaber scenes, but
Yeah.
overall, fuck that.
Yeah.
I watched it one time when I was, I don't know, 14, and never again.
Yeah, I think they've come on and like, because my kids now they're like, oh, well, we're gonna watch it, and I'm like, aren't you? Well, yeah,
They haven't watched it yet. How you said the oldest one was 13?
No, they've seen them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone through the whole gauntlet.
Did you watch Solo?
No.
I was fighting with the dude. Well, fighting with the dude. His name's McTighe. Who used to be my co-host, and now he's just a Star Wars asshole. Now it's like it's like it sucked, and it's the worst thing ever. And what was the last one? What was the last one?
Was it Rogue? No, it wasn't Rogue One. It was
Rogue One was before
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi is what I'm talking about. You know, Snoke dying, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they don't have a backstory for him, and it's fucking stupid. So if I say that I like a Star Wars movie that he doesn't like, then it just becomes this big fucking rigmarole where he wants you to explain why, and if he doesn't like your explanation, then it's never gonna let it go Every time he fucking talks to you or Star Wars comes up, he's like, "Oh yeah, well Snoke, yeah, well they had Snoke on and they could have explained that backstory, but they didn't. Fuck Star Wars."
I'm just telling him.
Just watch the fuck.
What the fuck do I care?
Oh yeah, don't.
I just watched the movie.
Well, because they're
Man, I'm glad I don't have any of that shit going on in my head.
well, those people aren't real. That's not a real thing. That's like I have to get like my daughter because she's 13 now. She's big into all the Harry Potter shit. So she'll be like, today is Harry Potter's birthday. I'm like, that's fucking impossible. He's a fictional character.
I think it's
Actually,
actually
shit on her birthday cake.
it's actually
I absolutely do.
it's very telling of Ryan McTighe's personality that you're comparing your 13-year-old daughter to.
Ryan is a 13-year-old.
Is that as dumb as celebrating the birthday of somebody that died? Like, I don't even know who to use as an example. Somebody that died 15 years ago or something, and their birthday come up and like, yeah, they were 80 today. Yeah, their 80th birthday. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Fuck.
Like George Washington
or George Carlin or somebody.
I think you acknowledging that is fine because those are real people. Like they were really around. Like somebody,
but it's not the birthday anymore.
It's you share a birthday with them. It doesn't. I mean, just because they're not also celebrating their birthday that day, you still share it.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
I don't give a shit though. Like I don't care who's on my birthday. So like I guess I'm more accepting of someone who is actually alive. You can celebrate, like you can mention their birthday, but fake things, like I don't give a fuck. Mickey Mouse doesn't have a fucking birthday. He's a cartoon. So for people to go like, it's Mickey Mouse's birthday, he's 90 today. I'm like, that's impossible. He's a cartoon.
How the fuck did you figure that shit out?
Because it was just they were. It's like on everything, like Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Really?
It's his great celebration. I was fucking on the radio and shit. I'm like, this is stupid.
Which radio station? Because I didn't talk about it.
No, it's on. Who does the ESPN radio stuff? It's
who cares? Don't mention them by name.
Yeah, I know. But those, because they're ESPN tied with Disney, so they're like, it's the celebration. I'm like, I don't care. Because that's a cartoon. Like it's not.
May 5th. Oh, wait a minute. No, his first cartoon was November 18th, which is not this fucking day. Anyway.
Well, I know it wasn't, but they're talking about this big celebration that they're having at Disney for his 90th. And I'm like,
speaking of birthdays, is November 18th?
His mom's birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or is it the 17th? Is it the 18th? Okay.
Yeah. It took me a long time to remember that. I don't know why, man, because I love mom a lot. But for the longest time, I didn't know if it was the 17th, the 18th, or the 19th. Up until like 5 years ago, I didn't have it in my brain. I'm 43 years old.
What the fuck are you doing? Dog's fucking.
I know. It's just a whole podcast.
No, there's not. We're looking. I can see what the podcast shows. There's no dog. You're just talking to air.
This whole podcast is usually just us telling animals, get the fuck off, get down.
I was laughing at episode 2 because you kept like, you're like, knock it off, and I'm like, what the fuck are you yelling at? But you're just like looking at the floor.
Yeah,
man, fuck it. Like it's got to be an animal.
I mean,
kind.
I think Tourette's does run in the family as an undiagnosed illness, but legit yelling at animals.
No, you have to. I got a dog at my house. I yell at my dog because it's stupid. Yeah. I got a cat that's dumb as hell, but.
Well, you walked in and my cat just fucking hightailed it. So
yeah. Later, Lemmy.
Yep.
How'd your Marine Corps birthday party go at Right Brain Brewery in Traverse City?
It went exceptional, dude. We had 80 people show up.
Yeah.
So over 80 people, and then good time. Everybody had a good time. Lots of beer was drank.
Did you keep your pants on?
No, I didn't. I did not leave my pants on.
You are the most notorious straight guy I've ever met in my life. Who just fucking loses pants. You just take them off.
I don't lose them. They have to go. They're the most uncomfortable thing. Like, because you guys are here, and I'm pretty sure Levi would not be okay with it, I'm wearing pants now.
No, the skinnies are all right. The skinnies are like, those are like...
That's what I got on right now. It's my everyday attire is Silkies. Silkies underneath of my jeans.
They made you put pants back on it, Right Brain, huh?
They made me put my pants back on it, Right Brain.
Well, your dick wasn't hanging out?
No.
What was the problem? I need to get down to the bottom of that and figure out what the problem was.
Well, there was a small guy. Well, there wasn't a small guy. There was a guy trying to induce an altercation with everybody in the bar, apparently.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of changed the mood of all of the bartenders and the people that were there, because they were fine with whatever. We didn't have any issues. We were fucking dancing, and we had them playing. We were fucking singing "Kiss Me, I'm shit faced" as loud as you could fucking play it.
Yeah,
screaming it in the bar, and having a good time, and nobody said anything until that guy was being a dick. He was just being a dick to everybody. Like he was out on the dance floor, and I don't know. I hate it because I'm sure it was alcohol induced. I know the dude was pretty well toasted. He told me, he's like, I only had 4 drinks. And I'm like, well, then you're, in my back of my head, I'm going like, then you are a lightweight because you've been here for like 4 hours. You've had 4 drinks. You should be solid to drive.
Yeah.
And he's like stumbling and, ripping his shirt off and go, come on, bro, you want to fight? And I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's not sober. But I know
not at all.
Not at all. But he's just like, I don't know. And it's just classic, like, drunk Marine shit, I think, like the drunk asshole Marine. Like you get into it, and like if a guy says like, I could have never done that, so he's like pissed off because the guy said, I could have never done it. Yes, you could have. Like you could have done it. You just didn't do it. You didn't sign up. And I'm like, well, maybe he couldn't do it. Shit, man. If you're allergic to peanut butter, you can't fucking do it. Like you got asthma, you can't fucking do it. Like there's things you don't know. You're not even letting him explain. You're just going like, I'm an asshole. I made it. And I'm like,
there's some guys that are pussies.
Yeah,
and they're just like, I couldn't do that because I'm a pussy.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, like you don't get to be a dick because of that. Like I don't know, just because he came out to the party and he paid for his glass and was hanging out.
I left my fucking glass at Right Brain, by the way. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
But he's out hanging out. None of the other Marines there giving him a hard time. Everybody like fucking. He bought me and a couple other guys like a beer. It's like it's just fucking enjoy the person's company. They're not being an asshole. You don't need to be an asshole. But I don't know. And then just once. Everybody kind of noticed he was kind of in that state, and we were trying to like mosey him out. Then he's trying to pick a fight with the guest of honor and shit. It's just like it's time to go, man.
It's time to go.
It's weird. Everybody seemed cool while we were there. I mean, we left pretty early.
Yeah, we left pretty. Well, I planned on leaving early anyway. I'm just like I have no time at all, so I'm just like I'm gonna go hit Right Brain for a couple hours, and so I said, Levi, do you want to come to Right Brain for this Marine Corps birthday?
I think. You had it in your head that you were gonna fuck with me all fucking night. I really
all night. What are you talking about? It was like 10 minutes of your life.
You planned that shit out all night. You planned that shit.
Look,
hang on. I'm gonna need to know what we're talking
about.
No,
here's the thing.
I was there.
We were at Right Brain, and look, if this person's watching the podcast, then I apologize, but. There was a female there that I'd talked to before and I never went out with. And I think she wants to hang out with me. I think. So she was there at the birthday.
Okay.
And
the fucking point is she comes over and starts talking because they're fucking Facebook messaging each other or some shit. I don't know. And she comes over and starts chatting. And
she was hammered.
Yeah, she was drunk as shit. And this motherfucker just goes fucking exit stage left mid sentence, and she goes from looking at him mid sentence basically, just fucking super easy transition to talking to me like she's been talking to me all fucking night, and he just I fucking see him fucking shaking. He's laughing so goddamn hard.
He's fucking hates talking to drunk fucking. Stupid chicks anyway. The fact it doesn't like talking to people that he doesn't know. You put those two together, he's like, why the fuck am I talking to this person?
And she's just fucking rambling on.
She's just going.
About I don't even know.
I go to
because I wasn't paying attention. I was fucking seeing red.
I go to the bar to take care of the tab because we're gonna leave. And I walk and I see he's still talking to her, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm going.
He's gone for 15 fucking minutes.
I go to take a piss. I come back, he's still talking. I'm like, fuck that. I go to talk to like some of the, I think it was John from 22 to None. I go talk to him, tell him I'm taking off, and all of a sudden Levi comes out of nowhere and fucking grabs me. He's like, you motherfucker, fucking leave me like this. John thought he was serious. He thought he wanted to fucking fight. Don't fucking leave me like that.
What the fuck are you doing? God damn. Yeah.
See, I'm glad you had a good time, buddy.
I did.
That was a story, man.
Yep.
Yeah, you have that forever now.
See? You were fucking plotting that shit all night.
Yeah, so we could put it into the podcast today.
Yeah. What's the difference between Veterans Day and Veterans Day observed? Why the fuck are there 2 days? I know it's obviously on a Sunday. But what does observed mean on Monday? Do you know this shit?
I think it's
just trying to figure it out.
I think it's so the government gets a day off.
Who the fuck had a day off?
Well, it's a federal holiday, right?
A federal holiday.
Well, then why didn't they just have it on Monday?
Well, because it's on the 11th.
Yeah.
Actually, because it's all like when they signed.
Yeah, it's on Armistice Day,
the
right?
Armistice Day. Yeah, it's from all
Is it the
that.
same day of the week? Or
No, it's
No.
always the 11th.
Oh.
That's why
Jesus
they,
Christ,
that's why
man!
they
Don't you
move
know how the fucking calendar works?
No.
Like
12 months, 30 to
No,
31
I
days,
don't.
21.
November 12th doesn't always fall on a fucking Monday. You dumb shit.
No, but I was saying I didn't know it was always on the same date.
Yeah, because it's
Veterans Day.
November
Veterans Day is
11th.
always the 11th, but I think it's observed on that closest day. I think if it doesn't fall on it,
Huh.
because the government wants a day off, man.
yeah, it's like I think
That's
it's
good.
like Martin Luther King Day and shit.
Do they
like
actually
that.
give vets the day off
No,
that are
fuck,
serving?
No,
Did you see that thing I posted on the Smitty page? I'm trying to remember the headline. It was an NBC News story. I didn't really read the story. I got the gist I needed from the headline, which is
I
one
think
of
I
my
saw it, but I don't
weaknesses.
remember what it was now.
Something along the lines of for the last 2 months, there's been a glitch in the system. So none of the vets have been getting their VA benefits
Oh,
or
that's so-
assistance. It's like, fuck, man. And you wonder why we need motherfuckers like you guys
Right.
with 22 to none, because those motherfuckers aren't doing they're just
Oh.
complete and utter failure.
Well, I don't understand. Like, yeah, there's a glitch. So for 2 months, people are fucked. Okay, but if the internet was down, I bet you that fucking internet was
Right.
fixed that fucking day.
Yeah, fucking
Like,
Facebook went down today,
Like
and it was
the
down
whole-
for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could fix shit.
They
Yep.
can fix shit. They just, yeah. Oh, well, that's fine. I'll fucking gladly just sit here and answer the fucking phone and we'll take care, guys. Don't matter me.
No, and it's great. It's awesome. But it'd be nice if,
No, yeah, with all the money that we're putting in into the VA and shit was actually getting used.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be
It'd
fantastic.
be awesome.
What's you know how much money you've raised for 22 to none
Total?
as of right now since you started? You started
Shit.
probably 3 years ago, right? if I had to guess.
May 2016. So yeah, I'm getting close.
Yeah.
Total shit. I don't know. I know we got.
Wait, is there more than one 22 to none? Because I thought there was more.
No, we're the only 22 to none where it's spelled out, numbers all the way across. We're not affiliated with any of the other. There's other groups though that are really close to it, and they got really pissed off that our name was pretty close. But like 22 till none,
Yeah.
or until none, or something like that was one of them, and they're the only ones that got pissy about it. Everybody else has been like, it's fine, and they were thinking we were going to try to be like 22 kill or be something big and go all over the country. And I'm like, no, man,
Yeah.
we're making money for vets right here in Michigan. Like that's where we're going to stay. We're not going outside of that. We're not. You're not going to be competing with us in any sort of way, which seems stupid. To
It's
go,
not a competition.
Right.
like, oh, you're going to try to save veterans too? Like, well, not on my watch. Like, don't be a dick about it, man.
Right.
Just fuck. Why don't we just get together? Like, that's the cool shit. Like, with huge organizations like 22 Kill, which is huge and fucking international now.
Yeah.
Like, they're all over the place. Like, I can call up guys that are a part of that, or hit them up on Messenger or whatever, and just go like, hey man, here's what we're trying to put this thing together. You guys ever done anything like this? What you got any hit pointers? You got anything? And they're like, hell yeah. And no problem. They'll talk to you. Good people don't give a shit. Like they say it all the time. One tribe, one fight.
Yeah.
Which is awesome across the board. There's other organizations do the same thing where it's one tribe, one fight. Like, nope, we're all doing the same thing. And we network and you build off that. And it's great. Like if they've got a guy like N22 is right there. They're in Virginia and they got a couple other spots, but they're in Virginia and then a couple other spots. But say somebody, a family member gets a hold of them guys in Virginia and they're like, hey, my nephew in Northern Michigan is, needs a hand, has a problem. Well, it's fucking impossible for them to, besides like
Right.
calling the guy and like, hey man, what do you need? We can try to do it. Like we
Yeah.
have boots on the ground. Like now that we've networked enough, they'll get a hold of us and go, hey, there's a guy in fucking Sheboygan. You guys want to run over there and see, it sounds like his heater's out or some shit or, whatever it might be. I'm like, yeah. So we get all the information, give them a call, get up there, look at it, see if it's something we can fucking handle. If not, we network it out and figure it out up here you just, I don't know, work as a team, get shit done. It seems way better than like, oh no, fuck you guys, we're not going to work together. That would be stupid.
Right.
It'd be easy.
Yeah. People fucking common sense, man.
I mean, I get it. I feel like a lot of times that those are the ones that are like, they're trying to build a brand more than they're trying to actually make a difference. And that it sucks to know that that's how they're doing things. Like like when we started this, we were originally going to do a hike and raise money, and it was all going to go to Wounded Warrior. But that was when Wounded Warrior found out that all their CEOs were making like 6 figures and fucking going on these huge vacations and shit. And we're like, well, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I'm not putting my money in that. Like, if it's not going back out, like those guys don't need 6 figures. They're not putting that kind of time in. They don't pay your bills, man. That's all you need to be able to do.
Yeah. What's how has 22 to none evolved? I mean, when you first started it was just a couple of you.
It's still like our board is still the same, but we've got a ton of people, like just resources. We've met like the people in the community that have been doing stuff like that are a part of the VA, or that they were a VA liaison. So now if we have someone that goes like, hey man, like the VA told me this, and we're like, well, hold the fuck on. Like, let me see if that's actually legit, because they might just be feeding you a bunch of bullshit. So we'll get a hold of her, and she's like, no, call this person and take care of this. Like, we got a ton of people like that. Like, so we're still the same.
Like you said, it's a good support network.
Yeah, we're still the same footprint. And we've been working on some other stuff, trying to get like members, so to speak, where it's just going to be where, when we have meeting, like if we put together a meeting, they can come in and brainstorm and help. But we do that right now, like with the hikes or with anything. Like we build a community or a little committee, like, hey, we're going to do a hike or we're going to do this. Anybody that wants to be on board with that, we're going to meet these times, come on in and sit down. And if you can lend a hand, you can lend a hand. Like, what? I don't give a shit. If we want to help veterans, come on in, man.
How much have you raised since you started?
I don't know, but it's a big number. I know we have 4
triple digits yet? 6 digits, I mean. Triple digits.
You made
$100.
We should go into the six figure after swing shift. So it's Friday
after swing shift, and that's a pretty cool event. Like I've heard about it. And how did your lip sync thing happen yet?
No, that's Friday, bro.
Is it Friday? Yeah. Explain what that is real quick, because I know obviously swing shift with the stars in Traverse City is this thing where different people dance, or in this case lip sync. They have different rounds and raise money for charity. Marilyn Taylor? Yeah, she's super hot. She does that Toyota commercial around Northern Michigan, and I've had a thing for her forever. But no, her charity was 22 to none. So what is that exactly?
Well, Swing Shift in the Stars Swing Shift is the band. That's the band that plays behind it.
Okay.
They're a band that does band things. Like they're pretty good. They got jazzy shit and all that stuff. Like it's pretty cool. But they put together. This is the 11th year. The first 10 years, they would dance twice. You'd have 2 dances. It was kind of like a Dancing with the Stars kind of vibe, where you go in there, you're dancing, and you're trying to raise funds. Each star has a charity, and they're dancing for that charity. So you're going out and you're trying to raise money and do all these things. And then at the end of it, the organization that makes the most money, they win the Swing Shift in the Stars thing. But this year, for the 11th year, they wanted to do something different. They're like, we've done this dancing thing. Now we're going to do, so we did one dance, and Marilyn got out there and killed it and rocked it out. We got 10s all the way across the board. And we raised like $21,000 that night.
Fuck yeah.
That's pretty bitching. But and then but the next one, they're like, instead of doing 2 dances, we're gonna do like a lip sync battle, because that's a pretty big deal, I guess.
Sure.
I don't watch TV, so I like.
Oh, is that a real show?
Lip sync battle? I've seen like lip sync battles on like, I don't know, is it Kimmel? I don't know. Somebody does it, and with like they'll bring in a celebrity and they'll do like this weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it might be Fallon. I don't know. I've seen different clips, because like someone go, this is kind of funny, because it'll, like I saw, was it Joseph Gordon-Levitt kid?
Yeah.
He went on there and he did like a Nicki Minaj song, and it was kind of funny because he's a dude and he's out there like shaking his ass and stuff. It's kind of good. Like, I don't mind that. It's funny. So, but that's what they decide. They're going to do like a lip sync battle. So Marilyn is going to be our lead, killing it out there, being our lead. And there's going to be some backup dancers that may or may not be
you
members of 22 to none.
And
I think about this stuff.
And your silkies?
No.
Oh.
No, I will not let you know. Listen, if you want to know what I'm going to be wearing, you buy yourself a ticket and come on out.
And you say this, and what's funny is I'm like this to a point, but I'm not even fucking close to Dave, because he does bras for a cause too. I have so much body shame that I don't want any fucking part of taking my shirt off around people or anything like that. Dave doesn't give a fuck. He'll put on a bra with his silkies and go out and do bras for a cause and wear silkies a fucking right brain. He doesn't give a fuck. What would it take for you to do something like Swing Shit for the Stars to go out and do? Because I don't know if I would do it. Like, what would it take? What would it take to get you out to do ballroom dancing for charity? And you've said many times, you're like,
I don't know, losing my intense social anxiety. Fuck, I don't know. Can you do that for me?
I'll try. I just was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't fucking know if I could do that shit, man.
I don't know. It's so funny because when they're telling us, they're like, all right, you don't have to worry about it because you're only going to be able to see like the first little bit because the lighting, it'll be so bright. And I'm like, well, I get that because I've done other stuff. I've done like we did dramas and stuff with the church and all that stuff. You can't see anybody except for like the front row. So I'm like, that's fine. But I don't know. My big thing is I don't care. I've been a jackass my whole life, so it's not really a big deal. It's not like I walk out there and I'm like, I hope nobody thinks I'm a jackass. But like I walk out there and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they all know I'm a jackass. So we'll just keep rocking with this.
Well, I was a drama and shit in high school, but that was a fucking long time ago, man. Fucking lost that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't in drama, and that
there's a lot of benefits to not having any goddamn shame. There's a lot of shit I don't have shame about, but once you start talking about taking my shirt off or something, I don't want any part of it at all.
That's why I loved when, because I like you haven't like I figured you wouldn't do it. Like I said, you weren't in that fucking dunk tank. We did that shit. Yeah, and I
would have wore a shirt if I had to go in the dunk tank. I was just gonna fucking wear a shirt.
I wore a goddamn shirt when I was in there, but
yeah.
I remember when we did the hot wing challenge and when you said yours over the air, I'm like, that's funny because that's a lot more than I thought Smitty would ever divulge on the radio. Is that you threw up all over yourself naked? With
dude.
The burning fire.
I will talk about it.
Yeah. Discussing your shitty body and actually showing it is totally different.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was funny to hear it. Like I'm like, well, it's more than I thought I would ever let go on the radio. But
fire puke is no joke, dude. No. Did you throw up at all from that wing challenge?
I did not throw up.
You did, but it was
I threw up directly afterwards.
Like it was immediate.
It was like 20 minutes after I ate.
Yeah, mine was fermenting for about 4 or 5, 6 hours, however fucking long it was.
Like the chocolate milk that was in my stomach didn't even have a chance to warm up. When I threw up, it was still cold when it came out. Oh man, it was great.
But I would rather come up with like challenges or things to do to raise money for 22 to None than actually take part in the shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's funner. That's funner for me is coming up with the ideas to do it.
I know because the problem is you hang out with John Gregg, which if you'll say something and he's like, "That's a great idea. We should do that," and then he'll immediately
let's ride some fucking bulls.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
That's not even the newest one that I got, and I know you were a part of it because it was the Metallica-thon one.
Well, I don't know. What is it?
He gets old of me. He's like, so I was talking with Smitty, and he goes, for Metallica-thon, it'd be really cool because you guys are right next door to the piercing and tattoo place.
Oh yeah, we're talking about I can't remember what exactly it was.
Piercing nipples.
Oh
no, I don't think I said that.
I don't remember that.
I don't. That's how John Gregg took it, and that's why you got to be careful because that's what he got back to me. He's like, so you want to pierce your nipple at Metallica-thon? I'm like, no.
I think we discussed getting tattoos.
See, I said that's what I told him. I said I'll do like a listener tat, like depending like. With obviously restrictions on where it's going to go.
Right. I'm pretty sure I don't recall anything about the fucking nipple piercing.
Good. I don't want to do that.
I've talked to
people that had it done. They're like, okay, so it hurts like shit for like 3 months, and then in like a year you can live with it. And I'm like, that sounds fucking terrible.
Right.
Like, I don't want to have pain in my nipples for a year.
Yeah, I'm into the low impact fucking. I don't like I said. I don't want shit to fuck me up for longer than like a couple of days at max.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I told her about that. I'm like, I'd rather get a listener tattoo. I don't give a shit what it is, as long as I can like half-ass hide it for work. And they're like, I don't know, that's permanent. And I'm like, yeah, but if I can cover it like with a shirt, like we're okay. Like I don't give a shit. And like, I think I would just go with a nipple thing. I'm like, listen, if I go through that pain, that shit's staying in there. So I'd just rather it wasn't in there.
Right. And then it fucking gets infected and your fucking tit falls off.
Yeah. Like and it just, none of that sounds like anything that I want to do.
Some of the ideas are really good. Some of the ideas are really bad.
Yeah. Bull riding wasn't bad, except for the fact that I don't want to die.
Look, man, when he said it, I didn't know he was talking about a real fucking bull. I thought he was talking about an electric bull, a fucking mechanical bull. And then I'll do that.
the worst part is like it was the crowd we had. So we had you, John, Greg. We had all them fucking comedians like Chad Kraken. He's like, I want to get shot. And we're like, what?
I want to
He's
get
like,
shot.
He wanted to get shot. Like he's like, no, like in the leg. I'm like, I don't want to. Like, no, that's stupid. Why do you want to get shot?
No, I
regardless?
think I know he was talking about getting either bulletproof vests or getting shot with fucking not assault rounds, but the fucking baggies, those things, man.
Why? Like, I don't
know.
Like maybe he doesn't understand what that shit does.
I like those. That's how this all like spurns into stuff. Like I'm like, hey guys, we should eat like one of those really hot chips, and then it turns into like we should eat death wings that Ron Goki makes. Like, oh yeah, that's not exactly what I was saying, but
you want to see Dave Wenkel get cold feet on doing an event for charity, just say, hey, I want to do the Spankathon.
What?
I messaged Dave for some fucking stupid reason. I had Ben Maxon, who's coming up later on the podcast later this month, but he had we had a producer intern in the studio, and his name is Vince. And how the fuck it turned into this? But Ben did a spank off with Vince. So he said, all right, I'm going to be in next week, Vince. We're going to keep track of how many times, power of ejaculation, number of times, and da-da-da-da-da, you know? So that was a thing, whatever. It was pretty fucking funny. So we're like, oh man, how fucking hilarious would it be just get a bunch of like vets and comedians and people just go to a fertility clinic and fucking jerk off in a cup and see like Jackass, dude, like that Jackass bit, and just have listeners donate to see who'd have like the highest sperm count, who'd have the lowest sperm count, and fucking that'd be great video, not in the room with you when you're fucking doing it.
See, I think if you kept it above the waist, you're all right.
That's still bad.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Just the faces.
Yeah.
No audio, just the face.
That's fucking hilarious. Somehow, some way, I want to get jerk off faces with no audio.
I don't.
Well, it'd be better
if
you could do it, cut the real audio, and then dub over it with something better would be great. Like even like an old classic movie, like Gone with the Wind. Like find lines that somehow match up with it, so that you could play it with it.
Something.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Fucking Devo whip it.
Fucking nature videos, fucking hippo going after a croc or something, just like stupid.
Fucking grizzly man. That's a big bear. That's a big bear.
So this thing is good ideas and bad ideas.
See, this one's sounding more and more like a good idea.
It's a fucking great idea. I told my boss, Norm, who's usually very conservative about this shit.
See, I think I was against it originally because I thought you wanted to set it up kind of like the Limp Bizkit said. Like, we're going to be standing next to each other.
Oh, no.
And that, I'm like, I'm not okay with that one.
No. I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, like, if I'm in a room by myself.
I had a buddy who wanted me to do a 3-way with him and this chick once. And I'm like, fuck that. That is not happening. I don't want my dick anywhere fucking near yours, man. It's the same thing.
See, I don't know. I've had a lot of people say like, oh, you got to try one of those. And I'm like, oh, you see, the thing is that I don't want to disappoint the one person I'm with. Why the fuck would I want to disappoint 2 people? Like, that just seems like a terrible thing.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like, I'm focused enough here because I'm trying to make this work. I can't be trying to focus here and have this over here going like, what about me? Like, it's not going to work.
Yeah, fuck you.
Or
get the fuck out of here.
Or what about me? I mean, whatever is over here.
A Spankathon would totally work. I tried talking my boss Norm into it, and he's like, I thought his initial reaction was one of contempt, but then it turned around to like, huh. He's like, let's wait until we get enough advertisers on the station. So if we lose a couple because of it, it ain't gonna kill us.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where it goes.
You might gain new ones though.
That's what I'm saying.
You might snag up KY in a heartbeat for something like that.
Oh wow, yeah.
KY
Trojan.
I don't know. Are you using Trojan? Are you using?
They're probably it's probably counterproductive to have a condom sponsorship for fucking a fertility test.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I'm all about Kleenex, KY.
Fucking
Hand
Fisher Price,
hand
because you know what's
sanitizer.
coming next.
get some fucking urologists in town.
Oh yeah, jump on board.
Yeah.
Well, for the fertility clinic, will jump on board there. I mean, it seems how we're taking care of ourselves too. I mean, that's kind of like abstinence, right? So the schools could jump on board.
Schools,
Yeah.
Planned
Yeah.
Parenthood.
Yeah. Saint Francis would be a great fucking school to get on board for that.
Traverse City, St. Francis.
Yeah.
CC Christian
Respect the
Academy.
Yeah.
fam.
Dave's like, I can't even believe I'm associated with you motherfuckers.
I ask these questions all the time. Like, I'll be hanging out with my friends. I go, why the fuck are we friends? Like, oh, that's right, because I'm the same person as you. Yeah, it doesn't. Like, I always try to I'll be thinking about it. I'm like, oh god, the shit you just said. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I led into that with something equally fucking raunchy. Oh, that's right. We're the same human.
I'm trying to remember. Well, we probably can't even mention it. We were talking about something the other day. It was just fucking terrible. And there's no way we can repeat it on the podcast. But it's things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You say it with your people.
It's all good.
You're like, there's no way we can repeat this to other motherfuckers.
You say it in a restaurant, and all of a sudden you're being asked to leave.
That has not happened to me.
Me either, but I'm pretty sure it happened. I try to keep those things out of the restaurant. That's where I go with that. Like sometimes the filter works. Like it's like, no, you don't say that, and I'll just like laugh and smirk, and someone will go, like normally a person would be with that I'm there with will go like, you can't say that, and I'm like, I know, that's why I didn't say it.
I went to this wedding Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I went solo. I was the best man. There were some smoking hot chicks there that, as far as I know, were single.
Okay.
They were without dates. And it was then that I realized that I have no game anymore. Like, I fucking don't, man. Like, there was a time in my life where I could be talking to chicks and fucking steal the deal or at least get a number or something. Fucking not anymore, dude. Not anymore. It's fucking terrible. It sucks. It fucking sucks. She's like, oh, this chick was smoking hot in the wedding party. She's like, oh, yeah, come out and dance or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You're in the wedding party. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be out there soon.
You're just a
What?
you're just a fucking sad fucking shell of
Seriously.
your
I
former
was gonna
self.
say if you get smoking hot saying like you need to come out onto the dance floor, like you suck it up, dude. You go white boy.
Dude,
You don't even need game for that shit.
Nope.
You just say, oh, okay.
I know. Look, dude, I'm trying to figure my brain out. I don't know if it's fucking I'm 43 and I psych myself out or what.
I'm just telling you, it's not a matter of you not having game. It's you not even wanting to play the game. You're like my little brother. Come on, let's go play football. I mean, I'm just gonna sit inside today. Why? You're the only person in here. The whole fucking neighborhood's out there. Even that kid that sucks that can't run because his leg's in like 8 braces. He's out there playing football.
That's
I'm
fucking
just-
him.
I'm
He's
not
fucking just sitting there in his
I'm not
dicks
gonna-
and braces.
I'm not gonna play because I'm watching Days of Our
Look.
Lives with Mom. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
This could be the most effective inspirational speech that I've ever gotten.
Yeah,
from
there you
anybody.
go.
Some people get inspired
It's
by
a bummer, man.
by JFK, Martin Luther King. No, you're getting inspired because I'm just bad mouthing the shit out
I'd
of him
rather
and
have
making
that.
me seem like shit.
Need some kind of motivation. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Suck
You
it up,
do.
man. Just jump out there and go.
I was trying to figure it out though. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
But, you know, if I could answer that question, man, I'd be worth a lot more money than I am. Because I'm sure if I could figure you out, I could figure out less fucked up people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then I ate shit when I left the wedding.
You ate shit like in Anchorman? Eat the cat poop?
No, I just fell down because I'm like, hey, Levi, I need a ride. It's like 10 o'clock. I'm getting fucking wrecked. He shows up. It's 10:30. He's like, I'm here. Okay. Go walk out and just whoop, down I go. And I got people going, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to lay here, contemplate my life.
Yeah, and I'm parked behind a truck, and I see him walk out, and I see him go, whoop, whoop, and just almost slip, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna go fucking down. And
So was it icy? Was there a reason that you
Oh,
went
it was
down?
super
Yeah, it was
slick.
like
Oh,
super
see,
slick.
that's different. I was just gonna say like, because it's different. It's different. I mean, it's still just as funny, but it's way funnier if you just drunk fall down. Like you trip yourself.
Oh, I'm sure that
Yeah.
had something to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, you lose your ability to catch yourself
Yeah.
and like get your feet back
Yeah.
under
Like
you.
your cattail doesn't kick out. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I'm what? What?
See, when I fell the other day, like my cattail, it worked exactly the way it should have, but I was carrying this big ball of fucking plastic,
That's good.
and I
Great
got
video.
both of my legs.
It's a great
caught-
video.
It's a great
You
video.
can't really see what it is. I mean, you can in the non-zoom.
See, I think if people pay enough attention to know that it's you falling down, like if there's a video of somebody and you kind of see something and
Mhm.
it disappears, if it's one of the Smiths, then
Yeah.
they're falling the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
It looked like it looked like I was fucking diving on a loose football. Just boom, just fucking
Yeah.
fumble, boom.
Was there steps there?
Nope.
Okay, because that's I'm like, well, maybe there were steps. Nope. Okay, got it.
I just fucking I tripped.
No, it was all in the span of a few days after we made fun of Josh on the podcast, fucking
Yeah.
falling down. And
Well, because he went like down hard, right? Because he was sitting on the donut. Like he fucking ate shit hard on his
oh yeah,
steps.
no,
Like,
he had a
was gonna be
fucking
dead.
baby. He had an ass cushion.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah,
he broke his
And
tailbone.
the thing that I
His
thought was
coccyx.
It's
yes.
coccyx.
the thing that I thought was so fucking funny about that donut is it was such a fucking hardcore donut that the nozzle was fucking steel. It wasn't like a plastic nozzle, like a fucking it wasn't a pool toy.
It was medical. It was surgical
Yep.
steel.
He actually got it at the geriatric department of was it Walmart?
I don't know.
Somewhere.
Someone,
But he got
one
it
of
at the
those fucking places.
geriatric department.
It's
Fucking
hilarious.
ass donut.
Yeah.
How do you even ask where one of those are? Yeah, looking for inflatable seat cushions for my grandpa.
Well, hopefully you just kind of wander around until you find it.
You find one.
And then you go through the fucking self-checkout. You don't try to fucking sneak it through with some beer and whiskey and fucking chips and shit.
No, I see. I think that's a better way to do it. Like 2 half gallons and then an ass cushion, and you
Yeah.
just be like, "What?
I'm gonna need this later.
Sometimes I like to party," and you just fucking walk out because nobody's
Like
gonna.
that's like when I went to the grocery store once a year or so ago, and I literally bought cat food, whiskey, and ice cream. I'm like, this is my life. You wonder why you don't got game anymore, motherfucker.
What's like? I think not too long ago I went through the grocery store and doing the same thing. Like I went through and I bought beer, Jameson, and like the fucking super economy fucking 85 rolls of toilet paper. Like as I check out with, they're like, "So a party tonight?" And I'm like, "Not really, but I mean, I guess." I have a bunch of kids and
Party of one.
they all shit at my house. And
Look,
use
it
1,000
just sounds
pound
like
toilet
you're being
paper.
prepared to me.
Yeah.
Because I live by myself and I buy fucking huge packs of toilet paper that I don't got to buy toilet paper for a year for.
Yeah, see, mine will last like a week because I'm pretty sure that my kids think it's a fun game. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just take it and like start it into the toilet and then flush it and just watch it like peel off the roll.
I've
So-
never done that, but I've always kind of wanted to do that. But I'm an adult, so
right, but I don't know if it works. But I feel like that
Want me
has
to
to
try it
happen.
right now?
Maybe. I mean, we could. Let's take this fucking show on the road. But like, it just seems like because I'll buy that huge thing of toilet paper, and then like a week and a half later, I'll come back and I'm like, they're like, "We're out of toilet paper." I'm like, "How the fuck did we go?"
how many
through-"
women do you have in your house?
3.
Fuck, man, they use so much goddamn toilet
But
paper.
how? The one,
I don't
the one
know.
is 7. Like it can't be. She's just got a little 7-year-old body. Like you don't need that much.
Of course you don't.
I would.
You also don't need 15 pairs of fucking shoes.
True.
I fucking have lived by myself for so long that on the very few occasions that a female is over here and uses the bathroom, that's when I realized how much fucking toilet paper they use. Because there was a half a roll of toilet paper and now it's fucking empty. And I could go a half roll of toilet paper for a week.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, because I'll strategically plan my stuff out. Like if I don't have to shit at home, I'm like, I'll shit somewhere else and use
Right.
somebody else's toilet paper. Like it's not my problem.
Yeah, I try to do it at work.
Yeah.
I like to get paid for that shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
I never shit at work. I try not to. It's always at home.
Dude, that's like
It's so weird. I don't know. It's not that it's weird, but I just don't like it.
You got to figure 6 minutes a day. 6 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's half an hour a week. Half an hour a week, you're getting paid for shitting.
That's right, buddy. You got to look at the numbers. It's all about numbers.
Well, you drive truck for a living.
It's like that fucking baseball movie. What's that baseball movie where they're making all the numbers and it was statistics and all that shit? They just
Moneyball.
Moneyball, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Moneyball, but for shitting at work.
Mhm.
So you drive for a living. So you're on the road all the time.
Yeah.
So do you get paid hourly?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could totally get paid to shit.
Yeah. And I sometimes do.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm salary anyway.
It's a super fun game that it's not good. Everybody's heard like does a bear shit in the woods, like the response, and then they're like, yeah, bear shits in the woods. You're like, yeah, that's the answer, it became so commonplace for me to shit in the woods because like I'd be out fixing a machine. I'm like, oh, there's a tree. We got to shit. This is what we do. That's what my kids would be like. They're like, hey, Dad, can we go to the movie tonight? And I'm like, does a Dave shit in the woods? And they're like,
Yeah.
They know the answer. They're like, I got it. Dad poops in the woods. We're all right. We can answer this.
I think I'm trying to remember when it was. It was last week or Saturday, I think. I was driving around Travers running errands. I had to shit. I was trying to plan my route accordingly so I could shit when I got home. It was not happening because it was taking forever to do what the fuck I had to do. So I'm like, all right, well, I got to get some shit. I got to stop at Walmart. I will totally shit in a Walmart and not feel bad because it's a piece of shit place anyway. So I go in there. And the bathroom is fucking demolished with like streaky shit on both toilets in this fucking Walmart. And I'm like, contemplate. I walked in and out of the stalls, in and out of the stalls like 3 different times, looking and fucking being like,
trying to figure your best option.
What can I do with this one? Nope, not this one. Going the other one. Nope, not that one. Motherfucker. And that was the one time that I actually got pissed off enough to say something to somebody. I was leaving. I still got what I had to get. And the checkout, the dude was like, I was pissed. Like, first of all, man, and I know this is not your problem, but I think it's fucking stupid that there's only one self-help thing at the end of the thing. You can have the other self-help thing open.
Self-help? Oh, the self-checkout.
Self-checkout thing.
Because it makes sense because most of the people that go to fucking Walmart need some fucking help.
I know. So there's only one, and it's at the opposite end of the fucking store that I parked. I'm like, you motherfuckers could have another fucking self-checkout open. Like, 2, your bathroom's disgusting. There's like feces streaked all over these fucking toilets in here, and it's ruining my day.
It's ruining my day.
That guy thought that guy just wiped feces all over my bathroom and then come out here and complain.
He probably thought that I was the one that did it. But that might actually been the way it came out. Just so you know, I shit all over your bathroom.
Makes sense. You kind of give off that vibe that you would be a fucking serial shitter.
Yeah.
And just all over the place.
Well, I had a Facebook argument with some chick the other day because I go to Cracker Barrel.
You had an argument because you go to Cracker
Barrel?
I
went to Cracker.
You went to Cracker Barrel and this conversation.
I went to Cracker Barrel and I was sitting next to this mom with 2 kids. Now, first of all, I'll preface and say I know it's not an easy fucking task to bring your kids to the restaurant. Okay, I know that they're assholes.
Yeah, most times.
But that doesn't change the fact that you can't fucking clean up after them. I know it's a pain in the ass, but you fucking ask for a rag or something. There's water all over the floor that your kid spilled. The fucking table's a disaster. You can ask for a rag and be like, look, I'm really sorry. Yeah. None of that happened.
Yeah.
She leaves and fucking lady server's coming over. She has to mop the shit. So I don't know. I went out this Facebook thing and fucking people that can't clean up after your kids in a restaurant. And she's like, this chick comments and says, I bet when you shit all over a bathroom or puke all over a bathroom, and I'm like, wait a second, I don't know what kind of fucking stories you've heard about me, but I don't shit all over public bathrooms. Nor do I puke all over fucking public bathrooms. So yeah, I'm not a serial shitter.
See, it's your word against somebody else's. Apparently the stories are out there that you're shitting and puking all over everything.
Plus my pointed reference to that guy made him had to have made it sound like that. Just fucking shit all over the place in that bathroom.
Yeah, see, I have much like my no shame for not wearing clothes, like taking a shit, don't care wherever. Like that's when I was in when I was still in the Corps, I got put on a boat and we were floating around for 6 months. We were doing a humanitarian thing. We were building a school in East Timor, and they didn't.
And where?
East Timor. It's over there.
Yeah.
I can show you on a map.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, East, what? And we're like, yeah, you're going to East Timor.
Is
I'm
it
like,
Middle East or is it?
Yeah.
Indian
over
Ocean?
there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That same region there. Because that's what I was in Japan. So we were floating around all that. We did the Philippines and Bali and all that shit, like all that little area there.
Yeah.
Floating around. It was in 2003 when Korea was being dicks again. Well, like, continuing to be dicks.
Yeah.
But we're building that school, and we'd leave at like 4 a.m. and ride on these stupid fucking little boats that transport people, like the ones that you'd see like in like all the beginning of D-Day, where they're in the stupid fucking diesel boats and they just drop the front and everybody gets lit up with weapons because it's Normandy and it's fucking terrible. But like we're in that, and that's all I could think of the whole time. I'm like riding this, I'm like, this is fucking terrible. Like I'm like, oh fuck, when they drop the gate, we're just gonna be fucking rocked.
Yep.
This is shitty. But we rode those things. So we get up at 4 a.m. and be on those things at 5 and get there. Then you work all fucking day. And I mean, they're giving you MRE, so I think they're hoping that you don't have to take a shit.
Mhm.
But then like partway through the day.
Well, a lot of those MREs, I mean, were basically designed to make you not shit.
They just clog you right up. So
Yeah.
I think that's what they're hoping. Like, oh, we're feeding them MREs, so they're gonna be just screwed over. And so I'm like, the one day I'm out there, I'm like, nope, I got to shit. Like, it's going to happen. So I'm like, where's the bathroom? Like, it's right there, but it's not done. Like, we didn't fix the bathroom yet. Like, we're just building the schools. And I'm like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to shit? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, listen, it's going to happen. So like, I just walk around a building and I found like a fence post with nothing around it. And I'm like, I can kind of lean against this a little bit and fucking rock and roll. So that's what I did. I'm over there and I'm just drop trout and I'm taking a shit. And apparently that was the day that the admiral from the boat decided he was going to make a trip to see our humanitarian shit.
Dude, it's fucking, of course that happened. Of course that fucking happened. You can't fucking have one of those moments and not have somebody walk around the corner, somebody that shouldn't fucking see you shitting.
Yeah. But
Like an admiral.
Yeah.
But it's my favorite story because I was figuring I was going to get my ass chewed later because he walks around and he just kind of looks and kind of crosses his arms and I can see all the shiny shit. And I'm like, that guy's important. And so he just stands there for a second, and I'm thinking he must be like, well, I wonder what that fella is doing. I'm like, well, I'm taking a shit. So I just kind of wave eventually. I'm like, how you doing? And I go back to taking a shit, and he kind of like stuffies up and like walks back around the corner. So I'm sure of it. Like I'm like, all right. So the rest of the day, so I go back and I'm like, listen, so who? Because I didn't know who it was. It was just somebody important. I'm like, hey, who is that important guy that was here? And they're like, the admiral came down to see how we're doing. And I'm like, well, that's great because he just watched me take a shit. and they're like, dude, you're gonna get so fucked up for this when we get back. I'm like, I know. Here we go. You know that Lance Corporal Wenkel's a piece of shit, and he takes a shit in front of the admiral. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's not me. But we get back, I don't hear anything of it. I don't know. There's so many stories, and like all the people are like, you're gonna get your ass chewed for that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like they're gonna go, he probably had to take a shit, and there's nowhere to take a shit. Let's just let this guy slide. But I don't know. Maybe he wanted me to salute. Maybe that's why I was wrong. Like he wouldn't have got stuffy if I'd have saluted from taking a shit. But
I feel like that's not even the scenario to do that.
I didn't know what
It's
to
like
do.
you can stand up.
Well, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't stand up because I'm
Either way, it's improper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna stand up with still shit on my ass and my full frontal nudity and then like salute to this guy. I'm like, nope. I'm gonna keep crop down here and I'm just gonna wave like this and I'm gonna keep chipping. and so that's what I did. And that was a good time.
There's so many things you can get in trouble for that while you're in that you think you're gonna get in trouble for, and like nothing ever happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, like 2 days later, the stupid boat broke on the way that we were waiting for we're sitting there and it's already a long ass day. Like you're up at 4, you get on the boat and you ride it you work till 4 and then you wait and then you ride the boat back. It's like 6 when you get back normally. So they would open the chow hall early so we could eat and they'd keep it open late so we could eat. And in the middle of the day, you ate MREs. So like we're waiting and hanging out. And like the first wave of guys goes, we're like, all right, we're all gonna get out of here. And then it's like taking a long time. We're like, oh, where the fuck is the boat? And we finally get word back, like the boat broke.
The boat broke.
So you guys, we're gonna shuttle all you fuckers back. Normally we got 2 of these boats. We're gonna do it with 1, and it's like an hour fucking trip there and an hour back. So like we're looking at 2 hours. I'm like, I'm fucking starving, dude. I haven't eaten anything except for an MRE today at like noon. Like it's time to eat. So we're sitting there, And there's like one of those street vendors, and he's got like, it looks like a popcorn cart. Like, just a popcorn machine, but it's like full of rice and mystery meat. Because I don't know what the fuck's in it. But I'm like, what do you need to give you for that? Because I'm gonna get some of that. And like all these guys around me are like, yeah, we need some of that. Like, what do you want? Like, we'll start trading you shit. So we're like, you want canteens? You want fucking magazines? We'll just fucking hook you up. So it is like 3 or 4 of us got together. We got enough shit compiled enough and some like fucking money that we had, and we're just like, will this work? And he's like, yeah. So then he didn't like normal, everybody else is getting like a bowl or something. He just took like this huge fucking sheet of aluminum foil and just dumped a bunch of it in it and gave us like 4 forks and just handed us this aluminum foil. And we're sitting here eating it, and these people come to like hire people, staff NCOs and all those people that know way better. They're like, listen, what are you eating? And I'm like, I don't know, but it's the best fucking thing I've eaten in days. And I think I just said rice and mystery meat, and it's the fucking greatest thing ever, or something like that. And they're like, well, if you fuckers get sick, like, we're gonna fucking court martial your ass. You're gonna, because you got to work tomorrow. Like, food poisoning doesn't matter. You're fucking working, or you're miss a movement. I'm like, all right, I don't give a shit. Like, right now, I don't even care. Like, I'm gonna eat it. And we ate it. It was the fucking best thing ever. We got back, everybody else is starving. They're like, oh man, the fucking chow hall sucks. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm full. I'm good to go. It only cost me like 2 canteens and a fucking magazine. Like, I'm all right. I just think it's funny because everybody's like, oh, you can't get rid of that shit. I'm like, yeah, you can, because you just go out in town and you buy that shit from the Army Navy.
Oh yeah, just buy it right back for $5, dude.
Yeah. Somebody else already sold it and pawned it to the fucking Army Navy surplus. You just go buy 2 new ones and throw it in there. You're fucking fine. But yeah, it was fucking good time. It was fucking
bet you never fucking lost your weapon.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, I did. Dude, it was bad. It was bad. I was in Louisiana, and that's first of the 509th, and we act as op 4 for big infantry units to come down 82nd, 101st.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking new. I'm pretty much just out of basic and airborne school, and. Do you want another beer?
Yes, please.
All right.
Hang on. You're telling the story though. I'll get it.
I'll get you a beer. Fine.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
So
it's fine. You get it.
Part of the gig of being out 4 is you're basically in the woods for 2 weeks out of the month.
Okay.
On rotations with different infantry units. So we're setting up a minefield, whatever the fuck we were doing, dude. And I had my M16 with 203 grenade launcher attached to it.
That's what I'm talking about. 203s where it's at.
Yeah. Leaning up against a tree, doing our shit. We leave. We go back to our fucking hide site.
Sorry.
And
I feel like you have to do it when you open them now.
I go to Specialist Hunter, and I go, Hunter, I left my fucking weapon at the minefield. And this is on a civilian road. Because civilian roads roll through the fucking box, the training area.
Yeah.
He's like, are you fucking kidding me? So he goes to our squad leader, Sergeant whatever. Hey, we got to go back to the minefield real quick. We left something there. He's like, what? Nothing. We just got to go back. He's like,
nothing. It's just a thing we got to go look for.
He's like, Smitty left his weapon, didn't he? Yeah. Motherfucker. So thankfully I get there and it's fucking still sitting there. So then I had to, I don't know what the fuck Marine Corps punishments are like, but like they gave me like this big fucking iron stick. When I say stick, it's this fucking long. It's this fucking big around. It has to weigh 25 pounds. And they drilled a hole in it to go all the way through and put 100-mile-an-hour cord, whatever the fuck they call it now, around your neck.
Yeah.
Painted it red and wrote cherry stick on it. And I had to carry that motherfucker around for a month.
Yeah. See,
PT. Everything.
Yeah, I think
my call sign became dummy cord.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it before because we did the same thing. Like ours was even stupider. Like you could do something far more like less important than lose your weapon. Like we because I was I turned wrenches in the Corps too. And if you ordered something wrong, like say you're like, oh yeah, I need 3 of these nuts or whatever, right? So you ordered fucking 3 of this nut. Well, you didn't look at the quantity and it comes as a package of 100. So you get 300 instead of 3. And they'd be like, oh, you fucking ordered it wrong. You're going to carry them. So you'd have to carry around fucking 297 wherever you went. Same thing. PT didn't matter.
Oh,
and they'd call you like, did you bring your nuts? And you're like, yeah, I got them. But you're like, wait a minute. That's an easy fucking mistake. And what did it cost? It's like fucking $6 we lost there. Like, it's not like I lost my fucking weapon, but nope, it's all the same. Yeah, the same shit. No, you're gonna carry them fuckers. I was glad, like I never ordered something wrong. Like, oh yeah, I ordered a whole fucking set of tires or something stupid.
Just rolling fucking tires down the fucking road.
Sorry.
That's
You
one of the
fucked
main.
up.
That's one of the main reasons I didn't stay in, is because stupid shit like that.
See that, like,
And I was actually a good soldier. Like I didn't really fuck up much after that, you know. But it's just stupid shit. Like people can talk to you however they want without repercussions, just because he's a fucking rank higher than you, and they can be a piece of shit to you.
and that shit didn't even bother me. Like, and that was all because of a guy I met when I was in Okinawa who's still in. He's getting ready to get out now. He's like a master sergeant or something. Fucking, he's big dog now. But he came up with this. Like, we called it feeding the monkey. He's like, listen, man. He goes, just yes sir, no sir. Give them what they want to hear. And if your fucking idea is better, like we're gonna do it like this. And they're like, no, because that's the thing. We like a couple different times. Like you'd be like, I'm gonna do it like this. It'll be quicker and easier. And they're like, blah 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 blah. No, we're not. No fucking Marine Corps tradition. This is how we've always done it. This is how we're gonna keep doing it. It's like, well, fucking that's 240 years ago. Time to fucking change it up a little bit. And they're nope. So then you can get all pissy and do something stupid and get in trouble for it. Or you hear from him and he'd be like, no, man, just feed the monkey. Tell them what they want to hear. When they leave, if you can do it, you do it. If you do it and it doesn't work, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So like, you better be pretty sure it's going to work. But then we did the same thing. We were in fucking Iraq and we had a crane and it had like a weight system, like a load system on it. And the cord somewhere in the middle of it, the fucking wire was broke. And they're like, oh, well, we're going to have to take this. We got to take this fucking whole boom apart because it extends out and all this shit. Like, we're going to take all these pieces out and feed it through the boom and all that shit. I'm like, well, why don't we just hook one end? Because it wasn't broke, like, but somewhere in there was no connection between the wire. I'm like, why don't we just hook the new wire to the old wire and fucking pull it through? And they're like, and he just goes, God damn it, we've been doing things like this for 235 years or whatever it was when I was still.
We know what the fuck we're doing.
He's like, and we're gonna keep doing it that way. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And so he went off and he did, and they go, are we really gonna take this? I go, fuck no, we're not taking this thing apart. Like, hook a goddamn cord to it and pull it through there. Because it was like they had like 4 days worth of fucking labor because you're taking this whole fucking boom apart and all this shit. And I'm like, we can do this in like 4 fucking hours. We're gonna knock this shit out. So, that's what we do. Like, we're gonna knock it out. We knocked it out way quicker. And they're like, what are we gonna do for the rest of the day? I'm like, fucking sit here and do nothing if we don't want to.
Goddamn thing.
Like, there's plenty of other shit to do, but we're definitely gonna fucking do something. We're gonna tell him exactly what we did though. Like, when he comes in here and says, well, how'd that go? You go, well, the boom came apart real good. And we put it all back together. It was real easy. Like, that's what we're gonna say. We ain't thinking. I'm like, just feed the fucking monkey. And that's how we like, so that shit didn't really bother me. The thing that bothered me was like right before I went to Iraq is when I had my daughter. And so like I had this little 2-month-old thing that cried and slept and shit is all it did, but when it was awake, it loved me and it would like laugh and giggle. And I'm like, all right, well, this thing, I like this thing. And I go off and do the thing. And before I left, you try to like ways that they're not going to forget who you are. So like we videotaped me reading stories to her and shit, and she'd watch the stories as I was reading it, so I'm like, she can see what the hell I look like. I'm the same person. And but when I come back, I'm like, we get back and I get off that bus and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go see this kid. And like they
have no fucking idea,
like screaming, crawling over my wife's fucking shoulder, like trying to get away from me. And I'm like, this is not gonna work. Like, because that was 06, as early 06 when I got back. So like, I'm like, we're going to go over a lot more. Like there's a chance I'm not going to see this kid for a bunch and I'm not like going to piece this together. Cause it took like, I'll bet it took probably 3 months, 2-3 months before, like, cause right when we got ready to leave California.
Was it just like that with your daughter?
Yeah. Cause I got out after that.
But I mean, you have how many kids?
Yeah, I got 4.
You have 4 kids. The oldest 13 is a boy.
Girl. No,
is a girl. Okay.
My daughter's the oldest. Yeah. And so we did that, but I mean, it took like 2 or 3 months, probably like right when we were getting ready to leave California, then I could be like, it was okay for her to be in the room and me be in the room as long as she could see my wife. Like she's like, I remember like, cause she could walk and crawl like for like sort of, she was getting ready to do the walking thing. So she'd kind of like use things to get to the, like, so if we were sitting there watching TV and she's over there playing with toys and my wife got up and went to the kitchen or did anything, she would get up and mosey her ass and put herself in the middle. Like, nope, I can see mom. I can see this guy that's on the fucking couch, and we're good right here. And that like I'm like, this is not good. Like I don't. And it was crazy to talk to people. Like we did the Marine Corps birthday. We had to do it way early because we were in Iraq during the birthday, and so we did ours way early. And our guest of honor was the colonel for all the wing on the West Coast.
Yeah,
and he come in. He had 6 kids, and he goes, yeah. He goes, it's it's great. It's a great career, a great job, and he's going on. And she's like, yeah, and my wife asking her, she's like, so how many kids? He's like 6. Yeah. He goes, and I've been here for 2 of their births. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, that's 2 out of 6 fucking great fucking odds right there.
Yeah.
And he had to have been like, that was in early 05 when he said it. So fuck, we won't even do in Iraq since 02 or 01, Afghanistan, Iraq, 03, 01, all that shit after 9/11. So I'm like, in that window, and all his kids were way the fuck older than that.
Mm-hmm.
So his were just like stupid little piss deployments that didn't mean anything. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck. You could
be just deployed to, I don't know, fucking Korea or Japan or something for 6 months or something. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't, that's what I told her when I went into the career retention specialist's office. She's like,
so we're going to sign you back up today?
She goes, yeah. And I go, yeah, I got 2 things. And then we can sign the paper. I go, I need $1 million bonus. And she goes, well, I can't do that. And I go, okay. All right. Here's my next one is easy. I go, I will not be gone for longer than 3 months at a time. And she goes, well, I can't do that either. And I'm like, well, sweet. We just settled this. Like, I love this job. You can't get fired. And I'm good at it. Like, I don't fucking want to leave the Marines, but the only thing that was, well, not the only thing, but the thing that was driving me the most to come back was that small little baby that didn't want shit to do with me. And I'm like, listen, I can't do that. Yeah. And do I regret it? Probably. I mean, I don't know. I've gotten to see all my kids be born, since then. I got to see them be, but 2 of them, the last 2 were born in my living room, like a redneck. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, dude, that's not like a redneck. That's total hippie shit.
Yeah, it was total hippie shit.
Yeah, you got a pool in there and shit?
Yeah, we had the birthing pool in there, the redneck
that's
hot tub.
Gross. That is gross, man. Like, I'm all for the miracle of childbirth and everything, but god damn it.
It's funny
too much
because now I'll just tell people that they'll be like, I don't know, I might go into labor right now. I'm like, well, we can fucking birth it. Like, I've seen this done twice. Like, we're good. I just need some warm water and some fucking sanitizer.
Give me some towels.
Fucking knock this out. But it's
you can't even look at your living room the same way anymore.
Oh,
it happened right there.
We moved out of that house, but it doesn't fucking bother me. I don't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, we had that kid right there. I'm like, I tell the kids, like, well, you were born right here. I'm like, this is right here. This is it. I don't give a shit. It was way cool to have it that way for the aspect of not having to follow hospital rules.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember when my second was born, we had a midwife, but we were at the hospital. And I remember you got to stay overnight and all that shit. Well, I'm getting like, I don't know. You've already discovered my hatred for clothes. But like, I don't like being hot. The hospital, they got it all fucking hot in there and I can't deal with it. So I had this little fold out single chair couch thing. It was weird, but I'm like, all right, we're going to fold this thing out. So I take my shirt off and the lady's like, whoa, you got to put your shirt back on. I'm like, what?
I'll go to sleep.
I'm like, I'm about ready to go to sleep. Like, I'm not going to like walk around and fucking like make nurses fondle me. Like, this is not what's going to go on. Like, I'm just going to sleep. I'm going to sleep here. Like, well, you can't be like that. I'm like, there are naked people all over in this fucking building.
Yeah. Give me one of those fucking gowns and I'll just tie it around my ass.
I don't want to wear that fucking thing either. But either way, I'm like, so that was like a big turnoff for the hospital. I'm like, listen, if I got to stay there, I'm not wearing a fucking shirt when I go to sleep. That's just not going to happen. But so when we did the 2 kids at the house, like, that's my fucking rules. Like, we're watching like the football game. I got a beer. I'm like, I'm not wearing clothes. Like, we got all done with the baby being born. And, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm pretty hungry, I'm like, fuck it. Like, are you hungry? And wife's like, yeah. I'm like, well, fuck, I'll make eggs. So I went in the kitchen, whipped up some scrambled eggs and I'm like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. This is my shit. And it was way fucking nicer than the hospital. I'm like,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And you'd think
those are perks that I never thought of.
Yeah. Fucking great perks, dude. It was awesome. It was funny because, like,
hang on, I gotta jerk off real quick.
Shut the door.
This is my fucking house. Don't tell me what to do. No, but I think that, like, that aspect of it, and then I think it was like, I don't know. We paid I think it was $2,500 was like the copay or some shit when we did it at the hospital.
Yeah.
It was $3,500 to do it at my house.
3,500.
The 3,500. It was.
I know what the fuck
It was
that means.
2,500 to have it at the hospital, even
Right.
with the insurance.
Right.
So it cost me an extra $1,000, but I got to do that shit at my house. I didn't have to fucking go to the
Oh,
hospital.
I thought it'd be like $35.
No.
Here's your fucking pool. Fill it up and fucking. I mean,
Well, it
you
is
gotta
if you
pay-
don't have any help.
You got to pay a midwife. I'm sure
Right.
you have to have a
Yeah.
midwife there legally, right?
Yeah. We had a midwife, and that was the big. Like, I didn't want to do that originally. My wife was way more into it than I was. I'm like, what happens if shit goes down? But like the midwife come over, she's talking. She's like, "You got any questions?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Well, because the first one was in December. I'm like, "What happens when it's fucking like a blizzard out there?" And they're like, "Well, when you call us, we call the hospital, and they put an EMT within like 10 minutes or something like that. So they just park out and they wait. And if shit goes down, the fucking EMT comes and they run you to the hospital or take care of it right there or whatever they need to do." And I'm like, all right, well, that was really my only question. Like, if shit goes down, what's your fucking contingency plan? Because you're showing up with a little bag and it doesn't have all the shit in it that I'm sure you need. And I know you can't do certain things.
Yeah.
So man, that was, but it worked out. It worked out good enough. We did it again. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
When,
no, I'm just trying to think. Like, it's just a weird. Like, I'm just trying to.
when my
It's
friend
not any weirder than having it at the hospital, surrounded by people. You know, it's not any weirder than that. But it's just so weird than what you're used to.
yeah, well, I think it was like we always had we had really good experiences too. Like when we had my first boy, that was a shit ton of labor, like 25 hours. It was long enough that we got the rotation of the nurse came back around. So like, it was funny as shit because she come like walking in the room and she's like, "You guys are still here," and we're like, "Yeah, we are." And she's like, "Well, that's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna get to see this baby born. Like, you were here in the beginning, you're gonna get to see the end." But we always had really good like nurses and all that stuff. Anytime we did it, even when the first one was at the Naval Hospital, we had a good time. Except for like, I blame them big time for breaking my daughter. Like she came out.
How'd she get broke?
Dude, listen, it's so funny. So she come out, right? She comes out and she's quiet, like awake, alert, doing things, breathing, all that stuff. They do all the checks. And they're like, "Yeah, she fucking baby is kicking ass." I'm like, "Sweet, I got a quiet baby." But apparently they need to hear the baby cry. So they're like pinching the baby and like doing all these things. And like, I'm a new dad and I'm sitting here and that's like an 8-pound little thing that just came out of a shoot of, flesh. And I'm going like, you got to be gentle with those things. They're babies. You don't break those, but they're over there like pinching it and smacking its feet and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So my baby was quiet for like, I don't know, 3.5 minutes. And then that's why I said, like, "You fucking broke her." Now she doesn't shut up. For 3.5 minutes. For 3.5 minutes, she was awesome. Now she's a 13-year-old and she just fucking loves to hear herself talk.
Oh man.
Or scream or bitch.
No, I really thought that they broke the kid. Just like, because you hear those stories about sometimes like,
oh no,
them fucking a baby up or something when it's coming out.
It was all good. Like I'm like, this is amazing because like you always watch the movies and the baby's like crying and screaming and I'm like, "Look at that baby," and they're like, I'm like, "What's wrong with it? It's not making noise." They're like, "Nothing, everything is fine." I'm like, "Then why the fuck are you pinching
Let's
it?
burn it with a fucking
Like,
cigarette.
let's make
something.
make it
Does this
cry.
hurt? Does this hurt?
But yeah, that was a fun time.
All I can think of when you told me that is my dad admitted a few years ago that he shook me when I was a baby. This is probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Smitty, it's all explained.
Dude, I'm not even shitting you, man. I wonder about this shit now. Huh?
I stutter all the fucking time too. He didn't shake me.
It's not. It's a different kind of thing.
Don't think that you're fucking special.
Look, it's not. It's a really special kind of special. All right. Like, he admitted it to my mom while I was standing there. He's like, "Yeah, I shook him once because he was a fucking non-vet. He's kind of crazy, and fucking alcoholic, and he quit drinking 30 years ago. Whatever, it's fine. Now I'm okay." But my brain is fucked up, man. Like, I don't connect the dots very well, So I wonder if it had something to do with that.
You're gonna use that shit as an excuse for the rest of your goddamn life.
I mean, it's 2018. Why not?
Yeah.
Look, man.
Everybody else is using.
If I can find a reason that I'm fucked up,
You're just fucked up.
You just
Yeah, I just go with like we're all fucking broke in some way. Like I'm good, and I'll fucking take it.
I'm broke after watching that goddamn Bohemian Rhapsody movie. I was
didn't
like,
see it yet.
Saturday? Yeah, I watched it Saturday. Fuck, it's good, man.
Well,
It's so good.
I knew it was gonna be good. That's what, like, I knew it was gonna be good, and I'm just so fucking cheap. I'm like, I cannot.
Well, I was
spend $20.
I was
to
not
go watch
going
this
to-
Fucking,
Right.
It'll be out in 6 months, and I can see it. For
I wasn't
fucking
planning
free.
on watching it in the theater, but I just ended up watching it in the theater, and I knew I would probably like it, but I didn't think I would like it nearly as much as I did. Dude, I fucking cried like a bitch. The last 20 minutes of that movie, I was like, give me this napkin.
Well, you're a
Give me this Kleenex.
sucker for like rock stories.
Rock stories dead.
Anyway.
It's true. It wasn't even the fact that Freddie Mercury dies. He doesn't even, spoiler alert, he doesn't fucking die at the end of the movie. I mean, obviously we know he dies, but
Right.
it's just the vibe of the last 20 minutes. They basically recreate the 85 Live Aid set with Queen.
Oh, okay.
And it's just fucking awesome. And I was just like,
Oh, you mean the one where Queen showed up, U2 and everyone else? that was
every
at Live
fucking
Aid?
buddy
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
Live Aid bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was crazy, man. That's how one thing how you know you're not a homophobe too. It's because when you watch Freddie Mercury making out with another dude and you're like, yeah, this doesn't bother me at all. I'm not turned on. It does not bother me at all.
I'm not turned on. It doesn't bother me.
I can watch two men kissing. It doesn't even fucking bother me.
Yeah. See, and I don't know. I think as it's become more normalized, at least for me, like that's the thing. Like I know, like growing up, I grew up down in the fucking crook of the thumb there.
Yeah.
And that just nobody, you didn't.
Like I grew up in fucking Rapid City, dude. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
it was just not a thing. Like, fuck, we didn't even have. Like I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, we didn't even have a black kid like in school. Like we didn't have the token black guy. So like I remember when I moved to Gaylord, and like there was ethnic, and it's at Gaylord. It's still not. It's not ethnic.
Yeah, there's one black family.
Yeah, there's like one black family and one Hispanic family, and you're like, oh yeah, well this is far and wide way different than how I grew up. So like I don't know, as I've gone through shit like that, it's become way more like I've become way more okay with it. I think, and I think it's getting to know the people like that. Like instead of just kind of like, oh well, they're a different lifestyle. Like it probably won't work. Like we had because I played rugby here in Traverse City, and we had a guy come in, and he's fucking a phenomenal dude, still great friend. He moved out to Oregon. Him and his husband were the first ones to get married here in Traverse City when
it became legal.
When it became legal. But he was a cheerleader in college. But he was a lifter because I
don't know why that's funny.
He's
Sorry.
fucking huge. Like he's
Yeah.
a big, huge dude. Like that's the kind of guy that you would want chucking you if you're a very dainty woman.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. But it worked out great for rugby. He was a lifter for when you're doing lineouts. So we had him, like if he were in there and like he were throwing you, like I'm 210 pounds, and it was like nothing. And I'd be fucking, 12 feet in the fucking air. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And then you'd hang out with him after, and you go to the bar, go to the pub or whatever we were doing. You hang out and you just talk to him, and you meet his husband. And like, these are fucking good people, man.
Yeah.
There's no reason to fucking have any fucking reason not to like these people unless they're just assholes. Like, and those two were fucking awesome. And I've met a bunch of other really great ones, like great people like that. And it's been awesome. Like we had a kid that I served with in the Corps, his twin brother, who it's funny to hear him tell stories because he'll be like, because I guess they were both like state champion fucking swimmers.
Yeah.
Like just fucking studs, and they're just ripped and fucking huge dudes and all this good shit. Because apparently when you swim, it's really good for your body. But I swim to not drown, not for fun.
Let's just start swimming. Anyway, sorry.
But anyway, he came out after like we were all in, like we had hung out a bunch of times, no problem. And he came out and even his brother, he's like, wait a minute, you? Because he'd be the one that take like 3 girls into a fucking bedroom and all night and hang out and do all that shit. And he's like, I had fucking no clue. And I'm like, I don't care, regardless of what your brother's fucking, because he's not like, that's the thing. Like I think everybody's stigma is like, oh, I think, what if he comes on to me and grabs me by the dick? I'm like, listen, they're not just gonna walk up to you and grab you by the dick. Like that's like
You know,
still,
it's guys like that just go up and grab a chick by the tits.
right. It's right,
yeah.
that guy.
Really?
Right. It's that guy's mindset. Like, oh yeah, when you think they're good looking, just walk up and fucking grope them. Like, no, listen, they're fucking people. They're not just doing that. And that I don't know. That it was all like. I don't know. Being in California was a huge help just because it is so much more diverse. And then when we moved back, we came back to Traverse City, and you know the homosexual population here is far bigger than anything I ever did. But now I have family, you know, that have come out, and I don't know, they're fucking good people. Like it's,
Do we have families that
fucking
are gay?
stupid.
I'm sure we do.
It's fucking stupid to hold it against anybody.
I don't know right offhand, but. Fuck, what do I care?
No, I don't. I'm just curious. I
yeah.
don't. Right off the top of my head, I'm from Northern Michigan. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know. It's just for me, it's always become like a thing because you know, because of man, I know you're not really religious, but
Yeah.
you know, I am, and that's a huge thing in like the religious community. Like, well, how do you see it? And I'm like, well, you know, I believe in what that book says. It says in there, you know, that's wrong. A man shall not lie with another man. Cool. Got it. In the same token, in that book, it says love your neighbor. So I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, do I think they should be able to get married? Because of my belief, I say no. But if the law says they can, I'm not gonna fucking stop them. And if they're my friend and they say, hey man, you want to come be my best man? Fuck yeah. If the other one goes, you want to be my maid of honor? Fuck yeah. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not going to let my people down. Like, you want
Silkies.
Yeah, fuck, I don't give a shit.
Silkies to a fucking wedding. Like, what a more perfect wedding to wear silkies to.
Yep, I don't care. I'll fucking be there and I'd be there and support them. And I don't know. It's something that I catch flack for. Like, I don't know. It says in the book. I'm like, it says a lot of shit in that book. But the biggest thing it says is fucking love one another. So I don't care. I'm not going to fucking hate anybody.
I was just wondering because I was just thinking about it because, you know, I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody, and I saw some criticisms of the movie saying that they whitewashed all of his promiscuity in the movie. Like, they didn't address that he was banging a fuckload of dudes and whatever. I'm like, do you really need to see? I'm like, they make it a point to let you know in the movie. Do you really need to see Freddie Mercury getting butt fucked to get the idea, to get that point?
Right.
Does it need to become a porn? Like,
You don't need to see.
Well, it's not the story you're telling.
Right.
Why would you do it? Like, they can make a fucking sequel if they want. If they think that's whitewashed, fuck it, cool. Throw the money down and make the fucking sequel to it. That's not about that movie is not about Freddie Mercury fucking other guys. That movie
and fucking 99% of the people that are going to watch it anyway fucking know all that shit anyway.
Yeah.
So
like, they're going to see the story of Queen, because I was watching, like, I didn't realize, like, he had tried to start, like, he was in other bands before that, like, and they were trying to do other shit, and none of those bands, you know, took, like, the bands he was in before that, like,
yeah.
And he started Queen, and you know, and then it took off. Like, I would rather fucking see the backstory and how shit went down and how that song was written and the reasons why.
No, they addressed that in that movie really well.
And all of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to know. I don't care what Freddie Mercury did behind closed doors. I don't care what he did in front of my eyes. Like, I don't give a shit where he did it.
And if you're one of those fuckers that liked Queen or liked fucking Judas Priest or some shit until Freddie Mercury and whatever's Rob Halford came out,
yeah,
and then you're like, oh, I don't like them anymore. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I used to like his music. No, it's the same fucking songs,
right?
Dude.
I don't know. It's never been a part of my fucking. It's never been a part of my wheelhouse. I never was able to not like somebody because of that. You know.
No, I don't know. Like, growing up, like, those. I mean, obviously, my dad listened to all of that. You know, because I'm fucking a little bit younger than that. Like, that was Saturday morning. You just turned on fucking classic rock, and that's what you heard at 6:37 in the morning, as loud as fucking humanly possible, because that's when Dad decided it was time to get up on a Saturday.
Goddamn right.
Mm-hmm. But you know, mine and my dad would always say the same shit, like, "Oh, you're fucking," because I would listen to like Marilyn Manson and shit. He's like, "Oh, that fucking guy's a creep," and I'm like, "Look at you! Wait a minute." Fucking Freddie Mercury is wearing a fucking onesie there, and his fucking so tight his dick, you can see every fucking vein in it. Like,
yeah.
But this guy, because he's got black makeup on and fucking, I don't know.
I mean, it's
Touching himself,
fucking
but
weird.
He's fucking,
But-
like he's fucking weird, but he isn't any fucking weirder than yours, you know? But
What was funny is we were just talking about your friends that were twins
Mhm.
that the one brother didn't know. Like Freddie Mercury got married before he like came out and shit, but he's totally flamboyant as fuck. Like he's wearing all this fucked up shit and calling everybody darling and everything. And then he goes to his wife and she's like, I think I'm bisexual. And she's like, dude, you're fucking gay. All right? You're fucking gay. That was a good movie, though. It was fucking fan. And all these critics shit all over it. Well, there's a great part in that movie where, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody hits the song, and all these visuals of like Rolling Stones quotes come up about how much that song is shit, you know, and contrived and blah, 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 blah. It was a pretty cool parallel that it was the movie's getting shit on critically, but everybody fucking loves it. And the song got shit on critically, and everybody fucking loved it. It's like, you motherfuckers have zero idea what you're talking about. These fucking critics have zero fucking idea what they're talking about.
like on so many levels too. Like I've like other movies, like not even that one. I've gone and I've had someone go like, "What did Rotten Tomatoes give it?" And you'll look at it and they'll be like, "Oh, that's a shitty movie." And I'm like, "Listen, I've watched that movie. That's a fucking good movie." And they're like, "Well, Rotten Tomatoes." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck what Rotten Tomatoes said." So like, I made it a point for a while. Like, if Rotten Tomatoes said a movie was gonna be shit, I'm like, "That's the one I'm going to watch."
Yeah, Levi's my Rotten Tomatoes now.
Yeah,
I just said, hey, I was thinking about watching this movie. He's like, that movie's a fucking musical.
Yep. And like, what was it yesterday? Yesterday we were watching the Lions game, and that was a fucking shit show. So he's got.
what do you mean? That guy went 4 for 4 off.
Yeah,
the
he
fucking
did. That was great.
Dong,
How
dong,
have we
dong.
gotten so lucky as Lions fans to see that this year? We got to see Crosby blow dicks at kicking, and we got to see whoever the fuck that guy was hit the post 4 times.
Yeah,
Like if
every
the
time
Lions
he
would have
tried-
came back and won that game because of that, then I'd have
Listen,
been.
I still think we're lucky. Like no other fan base.
I
Has
know it's
gotten
lucky to
that.
see.
Yeah, no other fan base has.
'Cause
that.
we're like,
you know,
we're-
they're getting to see cool shit. Like if they're the Saints, you know,
Yeah.
they get to watch their team
Be good.
not have a decent defense, but still score 8,000 points a fucking game somehow. And
Yeah.
Drew Brees doesn't give a shit that he's fucking 39 and.
No, it was just we're sitting here laughing our fucking ass off, going ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Other fan bases get that. We get guys that can't kick, and we sometimes win those games.
Fucking take what you can get, man.
Listen, we've got to win, so that I'm good with it. That's as a Lions fan. That's I just sit there. I remember the year we went to the playoffs. What was it? Not long. What was it? Fucking. It's a long time now. What was it? 5 years ago? Last time we were in the
Probably,
fucking
yeah.
playoffs?
Yeah, I think so.
Last time.
And I just don't have fucking sports stuff, but I was all excited. I'm like, all right, my team that I've been rooting for since I've always rooted for this fucking team that can't ever fucking win. Damn it. I'm like, I'm going to go get like a shirt. And I went in there and the guy's like, oh, bandwagon fan, huh? And I'm like, you motherfucker. No, I'm not a bandwagon fan. You know that year we didn't win a fucking game? You want to know how many minutes I watched that season? All of them. Every fucking one.
Yeah.
The whole time. The whole fucking game. All the way right to the end. And I went, no, they're still going to. Nope. No, they're not. I watched Orlovsky run right out the fucking back of the end zone. And I watched all of those games. So don't call me a fucking bandwagon fan. I was all pissed. I'm like, listen, I've watched all of them. The 1-15, the fucking 0-16. And every once in a while you get lucky because you're a fucking kid and it's 92 and you watch Barry Sanders run all over motherfuckers.
I miss those days.
Yeah, I'm a huge Lions fan. The only reason I have any Lions shirts or anything like that is people get it for me for Christmas.
Like if somebody doesn't buy it for me, like, well, this is like I'm a huge U of M fan. I don't think I've ever bought a piece of their attire, but recently everybody has decided like, oh, you like Michigan, so now I've got like 7 shirts. I'm like, well, this is fucking awesome.
All my Tigers hats have been gifts.
I bought one Tigers hat because I went to Comerica. And it was in July. It was right around the 4th, but they had like a red, white, and blue with the old English D on it. I'm like, that's a fucking sweet hat. So I bought that, like, because I'm like, that's a cool hat. I'm sure that's not like a hat they're gonna keep producing because it's right around the 4th of July, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I think I've ever bought that has a team logo on it.
I bought an orange Tigers hat specifically to wear as my fishing hat. I don't even wear it for anything other than fishing. So
Dude, that's your lucky fishing hat.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
My lucky fishing hat. What did I say? My lucky fishing hat.
Yeah, I think that's what you tried to
It's
say.
sitting over there. No, Levi got me an Indiana Jones hat because he knew I wanted one to go fishing, but he knew I would never buy one myself. So this fucking thing showed up at the house, and I'm like, he's like, got that for you. All right, I'll fucking wear it
This
then.
fucking ridiculous thing.
So we'll wrap it up. I created a Patreon page. I'm not even really sure how that works yet,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I do
I
have it.
don't know. I don't even know how this shit works.
No, I don't either. I kept telling you that we're not all gonna fit in this, but look at that, we're
Yeah,
all in it.
we're all in
so.
there. We have audio up on iTunes. This will go up on iTunes probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. What else? Oh, there's a I can't remember the other page that we're on, but we'll list all those and
You can put it in the comments below, behind
the description.
The description.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
So Dave,
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
22 to 9. What do you got going on? You got Swing Shift with the Stars in Traverse City this Friday.
Yes, this Friday, and we still got tickets. So if anybody wants to come, fucking check it out. We'd love to have you there. You can come for 22 9. You can come. There's a ton other organizations that are being represented there, and great stuff. Christ Open International. They're over in Africa trying to help them, kids that are, born into fucking poverty, born into AIDS, born in HIV. Just stuff like I think there was the Montessori school here. They got one of them, and that's all funded by the families that are a part of it. Like that's what they get funding. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. And you can come out and hang out, and they got a bar there. So if you just want to come hang out and have a couple drinks with us, that's fine too. If you want to come laugh at 22 to none, we'll be.
By all means, how do you get tickets for Swing Shift?
If you go to Swing Shift and the Stars, look them up online. They got tickets through there. Or if you go, if you buy them, if you go to 22 or info@22tonone.org, then you get that funds. It dumps into us directly when you buy your ticket.
Right.
So as opposed, you're still paying for the ticket, you're still doing all that, but it shows that you bought it for 22 to none. But or just if you hit me up on Facebook or go to 22 to none and hit us up, we'll find you and we'll drop you off a couple tickets. We got a handful of tickets to hand out. So, but I think that's it's nice to think about it. Like that might be our last thing for a little bit. We might get a break.
Fucking can't get on the counter, man.
But it'd be cool. We'll get a little break. And we didn't do a hike this year, but we're looking at maybe instead of doing our huge hike, which I like the fact that we do 22K or 22 miles.
Yeah.
I like that we do the bigger hike with the significance of the miles. But we feel like we've done a couple other organizations hikes where they're more like the 5-7 mile kind of thing. They get a much bigger turnout. People aren't fucking bleeding from their feet when they're done kind of shit. So I think we might looking to start doing something like that. And instead of doing one big hike, we'll do, 2-3 smaller hikes throughout the year. And then those won't be a big fundraising aspect. They'll be more of a getting guys to come out. Cause we've had, through some of these stuff, we'll have like, Persian Gulf vets come out. Yeah, we've had at the end of the longer ones, we had Vietnam vets that they're not gonna fucking hike 22 miles, 70 years old, but they would be at the end, and then you get to bullshit with those guys. That was really cool. That was one of the fun parts about the Marine Corps birthday. On Saturday Saturday was having we had one of the Beirut bombing survivors was there,
No fucking shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to him, and they've got a whole organization of the guys that were there that survived that stuff. I think he said there's just under 1,000 guys that were there, but we're not part of that 242 or 241. And they get together every year, go out and they celebrate, they celebrate all the brothers and sisters that were lost that day. And it's just really cool to sit there and talk to him, but he's right here. He's out of Wellston. So it's cool as shit to me. Like just doing stuff like that is cool as shit. So if we can do little events that get those guys to come out and you get the bullshit with those. I mean, that's cool shit for me. I'm good with on that. And
I love talking to those old guys, man.
Fuck yeah.
It's so much fucking fun. And you're doing fucking not just you, but I mean 22 to none. I mean, you guys fucking
it's
doing
a team,
amazing
man.
shit, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a team. Like it's definitely not me. Like it was me and my best
And
friend.
the only reason
So
the only reason like you're my go-to guy for 22 to none is because like you're a friend of mine now. You know what I mean? So I mean, fucking bearded motherfucker with the silkies. Everybody knows that motherfucker. So yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to like give my team like they are the best group of people. Like it's been cool. Like you'd think, you know, when you put together something like that, there's gonna be someone on that crew that is just in it for them, or just, you know, they just like, oh, you guys are getting big, like I'll step up and do this thing. And then that wasn't it. Like we don't have anybody like that on our team. Like nobody wants to be the face. It's funny as shit. Like they'll be like, we're gonna do a TV interview. Who wants to do it? And it's like, well, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like I'm not the face of 22 to none. Well, I don't want to be the fucking face of 22 to none. So it's been really cool, like doing all the swing shift shit we've gone through. And if there's a radio interview or a TV interview, like we've been handing it off. Like, no, you're like, can anybody else do it? Like I did 2 of them. Like somebody else got to do it. And they're like, yeah, fuck, it's mine. So it's actually really fun because like Ray is he's fucking solid. Like I don't know. I think 22 to none would fold if that fucker ever decides to leave me, like and then get out. But it's cool as shit. Because,
Ray, don't ever leave.
Don't ever leave, Ray. Because we were at the Brady's thing on Sunday. And someone's like introducing, like, yeah, this is Ray. He's kind of like 22 to none is kind of his brainchild. And I'm just like, yeah, give it to him. Because and Ray, like right off the bat, he's like, well, it's not really mine. Like I don't like, because we all say the same thing, like, oh, this is your thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's not really mine. Like we just try to hand it off to somebody else. Like it's not mine. And I don't know if it's just because like if it fucks up, like we don't want to be in charge of it being fucked up.
I think here's what I think it is, and I really do 100% believe it. There's such a humility that comes with most vets. I feel like, you know what I mean? You fucking seen shit, you've done shit, you fucking dealt with shit. It's the same thing with that. You know what I mean? You're helping, you're fucking still doing shit, but you're doing it a different way. So you just deflect like responsibility. You're like, this is not me. I had not, you know, the shit most vets will fucking say when they're like, hey, when people are like, hey, thank you. You're like, yeah, well, I didn't really do anything. Most vets are like that.
Well, and it's like, and the things that we've gone through, and like when you see organizations like Wounded Warrior, where they get their dick smacked and stuff like that. Like you have people like present stuff to you and like, oh, you guys should do this. And it would, you know, it like build your, like, if we ever heard, like we've had a couple people like in an email or something like to build your brand. And we're like, there's no fucking brand, man. It's fucking veteran suicide. It's not for sale. I'm not trying to sell shit. And that's like anything that comes, like, it's like with Wounded Warrior, they have employees and they were making 6 figures. We don't have employees. Everybody's volunteered. Like if the money comes in, it goes right the fuck back out. Like none of it. We don't have a fucking phone. We don't have a building. We don't have shit. Like we don't do any of that. Like anything that comes in, like any of the swag that we've got, like our shirts and all that shit. Like, the reason that we have that is because the first time we got shirts, like we all fucking dumped our pockets and we got shirts, or we did an event and had the money. We bought it and it goes right back in. So them fucking shirts, then you get them for, you know, whatever the fucking thing is, and you add in a little margin to make a little money so you can buy more shirts. Yeah. And then when someone goes like, hey man, my fucking water heater went out, we don't go, shit, well, we'll hopefully raise some money. We go, hey, we have a shit ton of money sitting in there. You got a water heater. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Like, and that's what's been nice about that. Like we don't, and I think that's our big thing. Like all of us believe the same thing. 22 to none is not a fucking cash grab. 22 veterans a day dying is not. If anybody's using that to make their fucking living, they're a shitty fucking person.
Oh, God damn it. And well, I know that there's some. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I know of any off the top of my head, but you know, there's some that will use that shit to fucking try to better themselves. And if they jumped off a bridge and died, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I might feel bad for the person that's got to clean that shit up. Like,
no, that's true. And you know,
like, I don't like that guy doesn't fucking deserve that shit. Now he's got to go home and take that home to his wife. You're like, I had to clean this guy up, but he's a piece of shit. And you're like, oh, all right, well,
it's probably the fucking worst thing I've said when I'm talking about 22 to none and people just fucking, you know.
I mean, you did end up on a shitty note there, but no, I mean, I think everybody gets that. Like, yeah, like it would be those are the kinds of people that like everybody looks at and goes like, it's the same reason that when, like I said, look, we were going to donate to Wounded Warrior, and you hear,
Yeah.
these guys are taking lavish vacations and have these huge fucking incomes, and you're like, wait a minute, like I thought you guys were raising money so that wounded veterans were fucking handled. And are you guys wounded veterans? Like, if you're fucking out, cruising around in a fucking Escalade, why not drive a fucking Toyota Camry? Like, I drive a 1988 Ford F-350. It's fucking, it's old and beat up. The fucking windows don't roll up and shit like that. I mean, that's fine. I'll drive that truck until it doesn't work, and then I'll buy the next one that gets me by. Like, I have no reason to live outside of my means when we have veterans in fucking Traverse City that don't have a place to fucking sleep and shit like that. So no, and my whole team is like that. Like, it's fucking awesome. They're great. And nope. I can't. I got nothing but love for any of those fucking people. And if they leave, I'll die.
No, dude, it's awesome. You guys are doing fucking amazing work. You're one of my faves, Dave. So thanks for
finger guns.
Thanks for coming on today.
Hey man, thanks for inviting me, dude. I'll come back and bullshit anytime. I don't give a shit.
We're on Wednesday at 7, and I don't know because we had Tim Logan who was gonna come on, but he had to sign some sort of like paperwork that says he can't be on like competing personalities, personal podcasts.
Personal podcast?
Yeah.
That seems fucking outrageous.
That's a real thing. So
that's dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to not be able to be in the same radio market, but
right.
That's podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not, but I don't know.
Nonsense.
Because we got like 1,000 viewers right now, right?
hey, look, man, we're still building this thing.
I understand we're still building
that
it.
is
but,
one is 1,000.
But if
one is 1,000,
if whatever Tim is a part of, if they're worried that like he's gonna steal you and then you'll be gone, you'll be sitting in Smitty's fucking kitchen
with 2 fucking viewers. Jesus Christ! All right, we're wrapping it.
I watched it last time, so I was one of them.
Hey, look, man, it's a
Listen,
little bit at a time.
We're gonna build that
incremental.
See, you'd have more viewers if I wasn't fucking here. God dang it! You should have invited me.
Well, I didn't even put on the podcast the post that I did. It was Dave Wenkel. I just said we're live, and they're like, "Fuck you, we don't know who you got." Oh, it's Dave Wenkel. There'll be a lot more fucking watching.
Nah, there would be nobody. We're good.